I'm Miss Suzanne and welcome to the First Friday STEM project at the Ballykinwood Library. Today we're going to be exploring ballast and keels on sailboats. So you should have picked up a bag like this from the library, and in the bag you should have found a cork, 2 different size squares of foam, a piece of tin foil, a couple of toothpicks, and 5 small nails. You're also going to need some sort of bucket or pail or a sink with water in it so that we can float our boats and see what works. So a boat will usually float when it's in water, but when you add a mast and a sail to it, it's going to put more weight on the top of the boat. Now, for something to float or to stay upright, it needs to have a lower center of mass. The more weight there is on the top, the higher the center of mass will be. You can move a center of mass of an object up by adding weight towards the top, or you can change the center of mass and shift it to the side if you added weight to the side. Or what we want to do is add a weight to the bottom to change the center of mass to the bottom. This is also going to help create a counterbalance to the weight of the mast. So the first thing we want to do is create a mast and a sail. So we're going to need to create a mast and a sail to see what kind of ballast or counterweight this sailboat is going to need on the bottom. I gave you a few extra toothpicks because they often break when you're trying to create a hole. Your other choice is to use a nail just to create a hole and then put the toothpick into the hole. To create your mast, you're going to want on the bottom of the square, you're going to push through the toothpick and push it through the top, and this will create your sail for your boat. And it should look something like that. When we put a cork into the water, it's going to float. It has a center of mass that's in the middle. But we're going to change the center of mass by adding weight to the top. So after we've added more weight to the top, the center of mass is going to move up and the boat's going to fall over or capsize. So to keep the boat upright, we need to add weight or change the center of mass to the bottom of the boat. And boats will have a ballast that's directly on the bottom line of the boat. So you want to keep an eye on your mast, and directly on the bottom of that, you're going to push in your nails. So to move the center of mass lower and to keep the boat upright, we need to add some weight to the very bottom. And in a line, I've added 3 nails to the bottom. And when you push them in, you might need an adult to help, or you can lean against a towel to push them in so they're nice and firm. 3 nail weight on your ballast should now keep your boat upright. So this is great. We have our boat, it's now upright. We've changed the center of mass and made it lower so it stays up and doesn't capsize. But when we blow on it, the boat's just going to move wherever the wind takes it, or if it was in the ocean, wherever the currents would take it. So to change that and to change the direction and of the boat, we need to now add a keel. And to do that, we're going to take the tinfoil square. With the tinfoil square, you're going to line it up right over the tinfoil and fold the tinfoil 1, 2, and then you're going to fold it up. And you want to push this so that it's nice and flat and tight against the nails. This is going to help with the direction of the waves and the direction of the sailboat Now when we put it in, the ballast will keep it upright and the keel is going to help it go straight. When you're building your cork boat, you may want to play with the number of nails that you need to put on the bottom to create a counterweight or to change and lower the center of mass. Once you've figured out how to get your boat to stay upright and to get it to go forward, one of the things that you could do, and that we gave you a bigger square, is to put a bigger mast onto your boat and see what that does and see how many more nails you might need to create a lower center of mass. One of the tricky things with a boat is if you put too much weight on the bottom, it's going to sink. In sailboats, just like ours, most sailboats, their keel and their ballast are in the same place on the very bottom of a boat. I hope you had fun playing with our boats. See you at the library.